Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to my Millwall career mode series, and we start off this episode with a few little transfer offers, and we got an offer from Chelsea for Shane Lowry, which is strange. I don't really know why Chelsea want Shane Lowry. He's not actually playing currently for me at all. He hasn't been featured in the squad at all recently, so I don't know really why. I don't know why they'd want him. He's not good enough for their team. It's like they're almost as if they're buying him as an investment. So initially I was like, oh, maybe they're going to buy him as investment to sell him on, but he's 25 years old. He's not going to get any better realistically. So why do they want him? In addition to that, I got an offer for Lecointe from Man City, and for 2.3 million, for his actual valuation of 2.3 million, and I wasn't willing to accept him, which is strange. You might think, yeah, you should have sold him, but I wanted to keep him because if they want him, then they must have some reason to keep him. So I thought I'd try and get a lot of money out. If they're going to buy him, they're Man City, they're going to have a lot of money, so I might as well try and get a lot of money out of them. Chelsea then got back to me for my counter offer of, I said 2 million, but they said they were willing to offer 1.7, so I thought I might as well accept it. It's over his valuation, and he's not going to feature in my squad, although even though he is like a replacement for in case someone gets injured for my defence, I have other replacements anyway, so if I can get a nice 1.7 million for him, I might as well take it. We then go into, and in addition to that actually, before I go into this game, Man City said no to buying Lecointe for 8 million. So going to this game here, Capital One Cup against Spurs. Now, obviously, Spurs are a very, very, very good side on FIFA. And in real life, to be fair, you can't say otherwise. But straight off the bat, Vidal picks up a nice little goal there from the edge of the area, across his body, into the top left-hand corner. And it was kind of a hit and hope. I kind of hit that, hoping that it would the goalkeeper would save it, and he would spill it, and hopefully I could get a rebound or some kind of that, or a corner. And I do that a lot in FIFA, and there's sometimes... There's a tip for some of you guys that's something that I do and I've always done for quite a long time, is that whenever I feel like a chance is withering away from me and I'm not really going to get a chance or I'm going to get tackled anytime soon, I just have a shot, because you never know, it's going to rebound off of a player, it's going to rebound off of the goalkeeper, and you're going to get a corner out of that, and that's going to provide a whole new attack for you. Anyway, this game was a really good game actually, to be fair. It's very end-to-end game at the start of the first half anyway, and you can see they equalised, Dembele getting the first goal, and Sandro then made it 2-1 to them. Some nice play, probably some sloppy defending from me, but obviously Tottenham are one of the top squads in the Premier League at this current moment in time, so they're always going to be a team that you're going to struggle to defend against, because they really have, whenever you play against all these top teams, they seem to be able to get through your defence very easy, and it's hard to just stop them from getting through. I think what you need to do in career mode is you need to kind of pull off more than you would in any other game mode. In most game modes, you go and make the tackle. Where in career mode, if you go and make the tackle too quickly and you're too rational with your tackles and you just jump straight in, then you tend to get punished for it, and they'll instantly they'll turn away from you, or they'll just pause, or they'll pass it off, and you've left this massive gap open, and they'll exploit that gap. And so that's the one thing you always have to look out for in career mode, is that make sure you kind of keep all gaps covered, and it's always best to keep your position opposed to going in and trying to tackle them. Usually you can wait for them to make the mistake before you go and make the mistake by going to tackle them. But anyway, that game ended 2-1. I couldn't find another goal in that game, and they couldn't find another goal either. We saw there Shane Lowry was sold to Chelsea for 1.7 million, so that's a nice bit of money that's coming into our transfer budget that I'm not going to use. I'm going to keep it because Akiza Imaz obviously comes at the end of the season, and even though I'll probably get some money for finishing where I finish, wherever I do finish in the end of the season, I'm going to need some money just to be able to buy him for the 5.5 million that I've set I was going to pay out for him for. And a lot of you guys have commented saying that I wasn't actually going to be able to get him because he's going to be likely to say no to joining me, because he's currently at Barcelona. Even though he's on loan at me, he's contracted to Barcelona, so he's likely to say that Millwall aren't a big enough club for him. So that's a worry, because he is a really good player. So maybe we'll have to start looking for another left winger, or maybe we just have to hope that he will actually sign for us. We'll see. But anyway, as you saw, someone came in an offer earlier for Vidal, and obviously I'm going to say no to that, regardless of what any money it is. I'm going to say no to it, because I don't think I'm going to find a replacement that's going to be as good as him anyway. Now into our next game against Man City. So 2 really tough games in a row. Luckily, again in this game, like the Tottenham game, we got off to a very good start. Vidal picking us up an early goal, and that was just a headed rebound. But straight away, Guidetti, who's Man City seems to be their new striker, number 60, picks up a goal there to make it 1-1. And this Guidetti guy was a really dangerous player. Whenever he got the ball, he looked very dangerous on the ball. Don't know who he is, don't know where he's got him from. He could be... I'm not really sure. I don't want to embarrass myself and say maybe he's a regenerated player, because maybe he's a very good player playing for someone, but I don't actually know who he is, so apologies if he is a real player. But he was up a second goal there as well to make it 2-1 to them. And I tried to make some substitutions, try and switch up the game, try and get some goals in this game. I went to attacking, and I pushed up as much as I could, and I had a lot of chances, and I couldn't really find a goal, but I got this corner here, put it back post, and Ake was there just to slide in. And usually I would hold down LT and spam B, and obviously if you don't know what that is, if you hold down LT and spam B, you pull out the like the bicycle kicks, and that's how you do all the bicycle kicks and stuff. But there I didn't do it, and I kind of pressed RB and did it, and he's like a nice little finesse shot, and it worked out for me for once. But not too long after that, David Silva then made 3-2 and put Man City back in front. He kind of worked through by defence and did a nice little finesse shot in the bottom right hand corner. We've into the 88th minute now, and Aguero has the ball, and after a couple of sloppy tackles that I put in, I think one of them was an auto. That one that actually got the penalty was an auto tackle. It kind of just lunged in and took Aguero down. And Sinclair set up to take that penalty and scored that to make it 4-2 to Man City. And that's pretty much game over at that point. You're not going to pull back 2 goals against Man City in the 90th minute. But we did have a little glimmer of hope here. Gabriel down the right-hand side puts in a cross. And Vidal has a shot. And Vidal has a shot, actually controls it and goes for the shot. And he's tackled during doing the shot. So they gave a penalty to us. And obviously I'm going to put Vidal on that penalty. And initially Piazon sets up, but I changed it to Vidal. Because obviously I want Vidal to score the goals anyway for us. And he scored that there to make it 4-3 to us. And can't really complain. Smiles all round. And that game actually ended 4-3. Even though we got a nice little goal back there. We did a good job. I mean, it's Man City, and you can't really expect us to beat Man City, especially with our current squad. So we done well. I mean, we put up a good fight, and we almost came back there at the end to take it back. You see here, obviously from the table, Man City are dominating this season as well. So that's why you can even respect that scoreline. They've won 17 of their games, drawn 4, and only lost 1 game. Only conceded 18 goals as well. I can see here we're now sitting in 12th. We've won 7, we've drawn 7, and we've lost 8. We have a goal difference of +2, and we're 15 points above West Ham, who are 3rd from bottom in the relegation spot. So we're pretty safe. I think we're not safe yet. As it stands, we're pretty safe. We're doing pretty well. I feel like I'm overachieving so far. But obviously, I've said to the board that I would finish mid-table. So realistically, I'm not overachieving to what I've said I'm going to achieve. But like in my head, I thought I'd be doing worse than this. That's the kind of point I'm trying to get across there. Got an offer for Cragno, of all people, from Real Madrid. So obviously, if they're seeing something in him, then there must be something in him. So they came in with an offer of 1.9 million, even though he's valued at 1.7. But I'm not going to accept that. He's pretty much our only goalkeeper. We've got Spires, but Spires has never seemed to do as well as we thought he would do. So maybe I definitely need to look into getting a second goalkeeper. I don't know. Maybe I need to send Spires out on loan. But then I'm always worried about Cragno getting injured. I just don't know. A lot of people said that I should think about signing an experienced goalkeeper at the moment in time. So I have an experienced goalkeeper, and then maybe I can send out Cragno or Spires on loan to them to kind of learn their trade and then get better. But anyway, yeah, enough about the goalkeepers. We're in a game against West Ham here, our rivals. And in the 22nd minute, I think it's Maiga makes it 1-0 there. And I have a little free kick here with a Keys Imas from the edge of the area, and I am awful at free kicks. So for that to kind of do that for me was really good. Not going to lie, I was very happy about hitting the post. Even though I didn't go in, I was happy about hitting the post or the crossbar, whatever I hit there. But West Ham just seemed like, I don't know, they just seem to be so much better than us. I don't understand. They're 3rd from bottom, and they just seem to be like one of the better teams that I've played all season. And any West Ham fans that watch this are going to be sitting there with a massive smile on their face right now because West Ham have beaten Millwall. But for some reason, they were just better than me. I don't know why. I found it very hard to break them down. Their defence is very solid. And I think I might go back to the point that I said a very long time ago, that when you kind of play against a team that are lower down in the league on FIFA and career mode, they tend to play, like if you're higher than them, they tend to play very defensively, and they all sit back, and then if you start pushing on the attack, they go for the counters. I think that's pretty much what they did against me, because I really struggled to break them down. There wasn't really any gaps anywhere, and they won that game 2-1, and both of their goals pretty much came on the counter anyway. So maybe that is the case, because when you play against, I see where I played against Man City, I scored 3 goals. West Ham, it was harder to score goals against West Ham than it was to score goals against Man City. So that maybe what I said is true. Maybe that if you're playing against a team that are higher up, then they kind of go all out at you. But if you play against a team that are low down, maybe they go defensive against you or ultra defensive. Maybe that is the case. We've got an offer here for Chris Taylor, and obviously we want to offload Chris Taylor. But if he's valued at 1 million and they're offering 850k, I kind of wanted to get the 1 million for him. But so I sent a counter offer back, and they rejected that counter offer, which is a shame now, because now I'm set there like, I wish I just accepted 850 because only 150k extra. But it seemed worth it at the time, and now I kind of wish I just accepted the offer. Maybe we'll get a better offer for him at the end of the season. You see here we're sitting in 12th still, 1-7, drawn 7, and lost 9, and now our goal difference back to 0. And we're still 12 points ahead of West Ham in the 3rd from bottom. So we're still secure, we're still fine, and we're still fighting. So if you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. If you want to check out my second channel series, it's called The Corrupt Kingdoms. It's like a Minecraft Let's Play on an adventure map. If you're interested in Minecraft, then go check out that video. And you can also go check out that channel as well, because it's a channel that I'm trying to push and get a bit bigger. So if you want to go check out that would be really appreciated. And other than that, I shall see you guys next time. Goodbye.